March 30th. Good morning. It is Monday, March 30th, and miss everybody. If it were to go to like it was supposed to, this would be our last week off. Then it's spring break, and then we come back to school. Excuse me. President Trump recently mentioned that April 30th is the new social distancing around the nation. That's the date is the end of April. Now, before he had nothing to do with it with the state, so I'm not quite sure, but I still can't imagine that come April 16th, we're going back. So the coronavirus update on Friday before the weekend, there was under 500 cases, and today, Monday, there's over 1,000 cases. So it has doubled, unfortunately. So that's sad. And again, just like I mentioned last week, the numbers will go up. That's going to happen again this week. It might even happen again next week. So as the numbers go up, people are going to start getting a little more nervous, anxious. Plus, we've been inside longer now. And I do hope that for the most part, we're staying inside. You know, we see there's only been 11,000 tests run here in Nevada. So 11,000 coronavirus tests, and of those tests, 1,000 came back positive, which is awesome that 10,000 did not come back positive, right? That's great. But the best thing I saw is if you had 11 Skittles and one of those Skittles was going to make you very, 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 very sick or give you the coronavirus, you probably would just throw away those Skittles. And so that's kind of the same thing about going outside is like, why take that risk, you know? So, or whatever the numbers would be. If there's 100 Skittles and 2 of those Skittles in the bag, or 5 of those Skittles, whatever the case may be, or 50 of those Skittles. So you just would not eat the Skittles. So for now, the best thing I would say is, what I'm leading to here is I saw a long line, I saw posts of people at Lake Mead, of cars. I don't know if everyone was hanging out together. I can't imagine, but everyone's off. So now we're all with nothing to do. We're going to go outside because we sucks being inside. Plus the weather finally is starting to look better. Oh my goodness. So we can get to it all. I need to move on. But here in Las Vegas today, earlier, playgrounds at City of Las Vegas parks will be closed through though the parks will remain open. So the playgrounds, and think about it, guys. You're on a swing, and the next kid comes touch swings, and the next kid comes in, then the mom comes grabs the swing, then the kids push, then the dad's pushing it on the swing, and through all that, germs and coronavirus can be spread. So it's just best not to be where things can be spread like that. The city said visitors must follow social distancing guidelines and keep groups to 10 or fewer. Concerns were raised that social distancing was often difficult to maintain in playground areas. So, and there it says it. Governor Sisolak also called for closing up because so many high-touch surfaces were just constantly touching things. The water fountain. So that being said, I would just support what the governor is saying and with us because eventually we do want it to be back to normal, right? And eventually we want this to be over with and done. So just everyone's, I guess, doing their part. And that's enough of the coronavirus for today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And my email address is right there. So the next thing I want to say is if we go to Prodigy, I told you I do the leaderboard of the week. Well, that didn't seem to entice anybody because we had one person, Miss Lexi, answer 14 questions. Got 13 right, pretty good. But that's still only 14 questions. So nobody decided to play Prodigy this week. Okay, so maybe first week looked a little better, I got to say. So there's Prodigy for you. Lexi, thank you for playing. Way to go. Everybody else, it'd be awesome if you hopped on. I would even challenge you to this. Why don't you make Prodigy with your friends a thing? Why don't you guys hop on? Why don't we make it noon Prodigy? And whoever can, I'm pretty sure you're already friends with people on there. And let's say at noon, let's see how many people can get on in Prodigy every day. Because one person, this is the fun aspect. This is the fun math. And we're still not getting anyone playing. And if you look for Khan Academy, which I closed, Khan Academy had 0 people on last week. 0. So Prodigy, which is the fun, exciting video game type math, 1. I know you like Prodigy, and Khan Academy had 0. So, I think we might start looking at this as a break rather than let's keep learning. And, that's just up to you. The students that are doing more during this time will have a better advantage and be just it's an advantage. You keep climbing the stairs, even if it's one step at a time, and the other person's not moving. Eventually, it might not seem like it. It's a big gap, So come fifth grade, come when you get back into school, then middle school, then high school, all these. So right now, I know it seems, oh, Mr. Saltzman, come on. But really, if you just do a little bit each day, if you just play Prodigy 20 minutes a day or a half hour, or hop on 3 times a week, whatever, So anyhow, problem of the week is from Mrs. Weigel. This is on Google Classroom. I'll read it to you, but again, it's on Google Classroom. In their prime, Jonathan is 2 years younger than his wife, Hazel. The current ages are both prime numbers. Now, prime number, or what's in that box up there, you notice that only that number in 1, like 17 times 1 is the only way you're going to get 17. There's nothing else multiplied by any other solid number that gives you 17, right? There's nothing. 3, the same thing. 3 times 1 and nothing else. 2 times 1 and nothing else. There's no way to get 2. 11 times 1, nothing else. Think right now if you could think of a prime number that's not in the box. Okay. Well, if you thought 22, that would be wrong. Any even number, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, 2 is so small, so only 1 times 2. But 4 can now be multiplied 2 times 2. 8, 4 times 2. 6, 3 times 2. So any even number is going to not be a prime number, right? So next year, Hazel, and it doesn't mean all odd numbers, because 15, I can do 3 times 5. So you see a prime number is only 18 is 6 times 3. However, 19, drum roll, 19, 1 times 19. I don't think there's another way to get it. So I would say 19 is a prime number. Okay. Jonathan is 2 years younger than his wife, Hazel. I like that name. Their current ages are both prime numbers. Next year, Hazel's age will be a multiple of 11. Multiple of 11. What does that mean, multiple? 11, 22, 33, 44, because they all can be a multiple of 11. I can divide those numbers by 11. 11 times something gives me that. No, 11 times 5 is 55. 55 is a multiple of 11. Jonathan's age will be the product of 2 consecutive numbers. Jonathan's age will be the product of 2 consecutive numbers. I'm assuming that means 44, 55, 33, 66, 77, 88. See what I mean? How old are Jonathan and Hazel? Remember to explain, there's even extra at the bottom. This is Mrs. Weigel's weekly math problem, It's not supposed to be answered in 2 minutes, so take the time, she's giving us the answer at the end of the week. It's not supposed to be a 2-minute thing. You're supposed to have to persevere and think and really go for it. So anyhow, that is the math problem of the week. You saw the coronavirus update. Here is Google Classroom. So you have Tuesday is how much do. This has also been from Mrs. Weigel. How nice is that? And you just click on it and it's going to bring up a YouTube video. It's a 6-minute video. She even has the Mountain Dew can and cups, and it's a whole production. So that would be a fun 5-minute video to watch. Here is that weekly math problem. I'll put up a couple more things for now. That's what's on Google Classroom. Our super fun math riddle. Alvin spent half as much as Lori did on holiday presents this year, and Chris spent 3 times more than Alvin did. The total spent between the 3 of them was $720. This was your problem on Thursday. Friday, I didn't make a computer video. The answer is Alvin spent $120, Lori $240, and Chris $360. Okay, your question for today. If you're given an 8-gallon jug filled with water, remember 1 gallon, it's not supposed to be touching my eye. Remember, 1 gallon is the milk jug. That's a gallon. So you have an 8-gallon filled with water and also 2 empty jugs. One holds 5 gallons. The other holds 3 gallons. Using these 3 jugs, so you have an 8-gallon, a 5-gallon, and a 3-gallon, how can you measure exactly 4 gallons of water? Very interesting. Using these 3 jugs, how can you measure exactly 4 gallons of water? So good luck with that. I will give you the answer tomorrow, the daily riddle, and then we'll get out of here. The daily riddle, make sure you're still doing your daily diary. That's what happened in your day. How you feeling? What'd you eat? What'd you think about? What'd you see? What made you happy? What made you sad, right? What's going on with the virus? So, and it can be completely non-virus related too. What'd you do with your brother or sister? It is supposed to be some Prodigy. There is supposed to be some Khan Academy. Do what you got to do. Stay learning the best you can. If you can read, please, 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 everybody can read. Please read. All those skills we worked on might fade away. Daily Riddle. What is black, white, and red all over? It is the newspaper. Yes, I spelt red wrong, but if I spelt it R-E-A-D, you would have got the answer. So what is black and white and red all over? It is the newspaper. Newspaper is black and white, and it's red all over the place. Today's what's bright orange with green on top and sounds like a parrot? What's bright orange, green on top, and sounds like a parrot? On that note, stay healthy, stay exercising, do what you can to keep your mind healthy. Please do some work. I miss you all a bunch, and yeah, we'll make it through, and then it'll be summer, and then it'll be 5th grade. So have a great one. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.